Here we go. We are live. Welcome, everyone. Happy New Year. The year of the dragon. Look, I'm not going to keep you long because for a lot of people, it's the first week back at work. It's a Friday night. Thank you to anyone who's showing up here. We've had floods, we've had strikes. There's all sorts of stuff going on in the world. So, yeah, who's here? Who have we got? So we've got Moon Bunny and Misty Folsom have been waiting for a good half an hour. So kudos to you two. Mike Morris is here. Good to see you, Mike. Jack Harmon is here. Do I get a bronze medal? Shell's here. Fantastic. Great to see you all. So what this is going to be the first of a series of live monthly updates in the run-up to the publication of The End of Dragons in May 2024. Now, feel free to pop any questions in the comments. I've got Emski keeping an eye on things on those. Hi, Emski.
Hello.
There we go. She's keeping an eye on things there. So yeah, you heard that right. I've written a sequel to The End of Magic, which is something I said I would never do. But stay tuned to discover how you can be one of the first to read The End of Dragons before anyone else and for free. So what's changed? How come I'm writing a sequel to The End of Magic? Because I always said, oh, it's going to be a standalone. It's going to be a standalone. Well, one thing that happened last year is I got the rights back from Unbound, the first publisher of it. And don't get me wrong, I love working with Unbound. Great editors, great cover art. Here we go. I've got a copy here, one of the last paperbacks I've got. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. I had a great time with them. But I didn't fancy going through the crowdfunding malarkey again. And then things suddenly got really, really busy. I mean, I had the podcast, Bestseller Experiment. I had the Witches of Woodville series took off, got picked up by Simon Schuster. Then Unwelcome came along. So any thoughts of a sequel, I kind of put to one side. And I kind of made a decision while I was writing The End of Magic just to make it a one-off. But I kept getting ideas not only for a sequel, but for a trilogy. And then when I got the rights back last year, I was really excited about all the fun ways I could take these characters that I love and make their lives a living hell all over again, which means I spent a big chunk of the summer of 2023 writing the first draft of The End of Dragons and most of the autumn winter knocking into shape. So you may be asking, why wait until May to publish it? Well, there's lots to do before then. And I've been really lucky. I've managed to get my dream team of editors. So I got Simon Spanton as editor. Simon used to work at Gollancz, has edited all of your favorite fantasy authors and science fiction authors. He's absolutely brilliant. And I was lucky enough to get him for The End of Magic. In fact, he read The End of Magic before it went out on submission. I gave it to him to read then to get some feedback from him before it went out. So he's had a long association with it. I've got Lisa Rogers as the copy editor. Lisa's been copy editor on all the Woodville books and on The End of Magic as well, and she's just the best. I've got Julian Bart as proofreader. Julian is brilliant at this, and he also edits my short stories. So, and it's currently with my beta readers, which includes Julian and Ian W. Sainsbury, so they're reading it for me. So this is my dream team of, and I don't want to rush into these things. So here's the timeline, just so you can. I think April. Can you all hear me? As someone said, the audio. What is that in the comments?
Yeah, a couple people said their audio's cut out.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep talking anyway. So where do we get to? Yes, April. This is where you good people come in. So I am building a launch team for The End of Dragons, and members of that team will receive an advanced reading copy of the novel in the hope of an honest review. A few basic terms and conditions. I can only offer digital copies, so it's going to be ebook, EPUB, Kindle, PDF. I can't do print copies, sorry. I know some people prefer print. It's just I can't do it at this stage. Also, this is going to be the version that goes to Julian for proofreading, so you're going to see all the typos and other errors, there we go, that's ironic, errors that he'll see. I mean, it's one of the reasons why we call them proof copies in the UK. So if you are interested in becoming part of the launch team, you'll need to sign up to the Woodville Village Library newsletter before the end of January 2024. Now, if you've signed up to the newsletter already, you'll know because I sent a newsletter about this earlier in the week, and that's great. And you can, I'm going to send out an email about 9 o'clock this evening with details of how you can join the team. Now, why do you need to sign up to the newsletter to become part of the team? Well, if I'm going to send you this stuff, including the files, I want to ensure that your private email address is safe. And the best way to do that is via the newsletter because it's all GDPR approved and you can unsubscribe at any time. But that said, the Woodville Village newsletter is lots of fun. It's where you can download all sorts of free short stories too. And it's run by the Woodville Village Library's head librarian, Araminta Cranberry, who is totally a real person and loves the Witches of Woodville books, but disapproves of all the swearing and violence in my other works like The End of Magic and The End of Dragons. So I'm going to pop a link in the comments right now, and I'll do that later on as well as we keep talking. So if you look at the comments now, I'm going to pop a link in here so you can click on that and sign up to the newsletter if you want. And also, if you've not yet read The End of Magic, or if you fancy a digital reread, then in that newsletter tonight, there's going to be a link for that so you can get a special reviewer's copy of that too. I'm also hoping within the next couple of days it will come down to 99p, so you can I mean it's in Kindle Unlimited, it'll be cheap as chips, so if you want to read it, refresh your memory, or if you're reading it for the first time, dip in. So yes, and just to reassure any readers of the Witches of Woodville, I'm hard at work on a draft of The Corn Bride, which is the 5th book, which is scheduled to come out spring 2025. So that's it. Do we have any questions, Emsky? Okay, do we have any questions from the gang? Has anyone got any questions, or is that all tickety-boo and explained for you? Okay, excellent. I think we're all in then. Good. Okay, excellent. Well, so next month, I'm going to be doing this again. So next month, I'm going to be updating letter when I send that. So
the sound keeps cutting away when you do the cut-offs.
Oh, is that what it does? The sound cuts off when I do that? Oh, okay. Sorry, folks. Sorry. Okay, so anyone got any questions? Okay, Mike, was it easy writing in the world again? So yeah, well, first thing I did was I went back and reread The End of Magic, which I hadn't read since basically the proofread a long time ago. So it was I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good fun, and it was really good fun to read. So it helped me. I basically read it making notes as I went along, and just picking up on things that I thought, oh, I can expand on that, or I can go back to that, or I can make more of this, or maybe we need to find out more about that. And so by the time I'd finished reading The End of Magic, I had this kind of shopping list of things I wanted to do with The End of Dragons on top of what I'd already been thinking about. So it was really useful, and it was really good fun to sort of dip back into it. And writing someone like Sander Bree, he's like a very ultra cynical version of me. So he's always quite easy. He's probably the closest you'll get to me in fiction. So that was very easy to read. Roisin is always great fun. Oscar and Gudrun, good fun as well. So yeah, and yeah, no, it was good fun. It was good fun. Tracy says, "What did I say when the graphics were up?" Basically, what was on the graphics. So I was just running down the fact that in January it's beta reads, in February it's the edit, March copy edit, April proofread. So that was basically, I was saying what was on the screen. Won't do that again next time. Lesson learned. Queeve, are you a full-time fantasy author now, or any other genres in the offing? Oh, well, funny you should say that, Queeve. I am working on a thriller with another author, which I have to be, I can't say too much about at the moment, but it's been great. It's a revenge thriller. It's set in the 80s, which has been good fun. And basically it's written in first person present tense. She's been writing the lead female character. I've been writing the male character, and we've been sort of swapping chapters, and it's huge fun, really, really good fun. And it's nice to write in the real world, because when someone has a coffee, you don't have to think of where the beans have come from, or or any of those kind of fantasy things. Like so you can just people sit down and have a coffee. It's great. So yes, I'm working on that. I've had a couple of ideas for science fiction stories as well, but we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot on my plate at the moment, but the big project for the next sort of 4 or 5 months is the End of Dragons and revamping the End of Magic. So yeah, thanks for that, Queeve. Cool. Does everyone have mullets? What? Oh, hang on. Nope. Oh, it's moved. There it is. You might have to expand on that, Mike. I don't know what you mean about that, but thanks for sharing.
Yes, it's like, does everyone have mullets in this book you're writing? This thriller.
I see, the 80s. Yeah, well, no. There's a lot of hairspray. There is a lot of hairspray. So yeah, there is that. So and shoulder pads. That's been fun as well. So yeah. Okay. How are you finding your first week not in the bestseller experiment? So yes, as you may have heard, I left the bestseller experiment podcast at the end of the year, and it's been what's been great. What's been really, really great is seeing Mr. D Golf and do his own thing. All the stuff that he's kind of been talking about doing for years, like getting other people in the academy and stuff like that. And it's just been brilliant seeing that kind of happen and blossom. So, and it's just been nice to have so much more time, to be honest. I've got so much done in this first week. I was showing you that timeline earlier, and it was kind of, I thought, I might take all month to do that, and I've done most of it in the first week, which has been great. So yeah, it's been very productive, and yeah, very exciting. Okay, so is there going to be UK DVD of Unwelcome? No, I don't think there is. I managed to get a Spanish Blu-ray from Amazon because we got fantastic distribution in Spain. Those are the people who they premiered the movie at Sitges Film Festival Christmas before last, and there's a really good Spanish Blu-ray which you can get, which has English language and Spanish subtitles, but it has also loads of DVD extras, which you and Kai did, didn't you, Em?
Yeah.
So lots of behind the scenes stuff that Emily and Kai did. So yeah. Yeah. So unfortunately, I mean, you can get it on app, you can rent it or buy it on Apple, on Amazon and all the usual digital places. But if you want a physical copy, you'll have to go to Spain. Or if you've got a player that plays US discs, it's available in the USA as well. But not over here, sadly. It's just the way things are going with economy of scale when it comes to making those things. So sorry. Misty Folsom, that's a great name. I love that name. Any chance of a Griffin resurrection? Not that I still have grief issues over that. Well, I'm really sorry, and you'll be delighted to hear that there's even more shocking, terrible things happening to beloved characters in the End of Dragons as well. It's not that I get off on this kind of thing. It's just that that's what you have to do if you're a storyteller. You've got to be an Old Testament God to your characters. So sorry, I apologize in advance. Yeah, sorry. Okay, are we done? Is that it?
Justice for the Griffin.
Justice for the Griffin. Excellent, fantastic. It's grim fun. Yeah, excellent. That's good. I do like that. a Grimrai or Rye Dark or something, because it's kind of, whereas a lot of fantasy, you know, you have someone with a big sword who's kind of grim. My characters go, oh god, shit, not this again, really. That's the kind of tone that I'm going for. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, I think that's it. Any more questions? Okay, well, I will be back in about a month's time. Sign up to the newsletter. I'm going to put a thing in the comments again, just so it's easy for you to find. There we go. Boom, in the comments there. There we go. Just click on that, sign up to the newsletter. I'm going to send the newsletter out in the next hour or so, and then you can find out how you can become part of the team, get readers' copies and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Tracy, I killed a baby in the second chapter of the current book. Quite as fun. And on that bombshell, I think we'll end there, shall we? With a little baby side. But yes.
Is that the official term for it?
So I'm wondering, what have you done to Emily? Anyway, right, we'll go from there. Thanks a lot, folks. Great to see you all. Sorry the sound cut out on the text bits. I'll try and fix that for next time. But it was basically, I was saying the words that were on the screen. So you didn't miss anything. So until next time, happy reading. Stay safe, stay cool, stay groovy. See you then. Bye, folks. Bye.